a very, very important match for Sok. He basically has to win this to still have a chance to not be overtaken by Linguagua, and also versus Soin. It's not the easiest task for him against the very good Farseer Headhunter player. So it might be do or die for him right there. Historically, these two, love the stat, it's 20-20 between them, right down the middle. Little tiny bit of a map advantage for Sok, who was also able to claim the last win between them. Colorful with a 12-6 track record versus Human on this patch. Sok with 11-9, so both with a positive outlook on this matchup at the moment.
Oh yeah, they played a whole bunch this year, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they
7
did.
games in 2021, and Sok won the last one. And the first one of the year. The rest did go to Colorful, though. So it seems like Colorful had a bit of an upper hand, but it has been going back and forth. I think Sok here has perhaps a bit of a strategic edge, because it should be very easy to predict Colorful. He's going to go Keeper first, Harass, Expand, Demon second. That is what he's been doing for months now. And maybe Sok has a very good counter to that, like he displayed in the matchup against Orc, earlier in the tournament already.
All right, we're waiting for the map picks and bans between the two. Prize pool for this tournament, by the way, is rising thanks to community contributions from the Chinese fans. There's something like a battle pass or war chest thing going on. And did you check out the designs? I mean, they show them on the broadcast a little bit. Every player
has
avatars. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, really cool. I'm sure Colorful is really happy that he's the demon hunter, because he loves the demon.
He loves the demon.
I would have, if I had the ability, I would have liked to be the Crypt Lord, but it's hard to do with a bug, I guess. Nobody was made as the Crypt Lord. 120 was made as the Lich, and Mikael, I think he was fashioned after the Dreadlord, right?
A little bit, yeah. We will probably show them later in the broadcast, as now we have to focus on the map selection, where we got Concealed for Sok. Is he gonna put tower push as well, taking a little inspiration from Fortitude early? Rather not the player for these tower pushes. And Colorful going on to Last Refuge, where we oftentimes see bears indeed. And Remo, we're starting this. We're kicking this off. Match number 4. Colorful, is he really the big favorite that everybody says he is? And Sok, can he perform as well as he did on map 1 against Linguagua? Or will he make the crucial mistakes as he did on map 2 against Linguagua? So a little bit deciding the fate of Sok in this tournament.
All right, we're starting off on Concealed Hill, the human pick. That's weird to say. That's weird to hear, right? The human pick Concealed Hill. That did not used to be the case for a long time. But with the newly developed late expo with tons of peasants, that expansion attempt has become much more safe. And as Fortitude just showed, perhaps sometimes you can even play a tower push, but wouldn't be expecting that twice in one day. Colorful, gonna be starting off with a keeper here first. Again, his play is going to be predictable. And Sok, he's one of these humans who doesn't exclusively rely on the expansion. He will throw in a one-base play every now and then.
Archmage it is for him. Yeah, wouldn't be too surprised to see a rifle push or something as well. We'll see where this goes. Third time in a row the matchup, but also very different approaches. That's the beauty of Warcraft in 2021. A lot more variety than it was in the golden era.
With Scout gonna be sent across, and Colorful gonna creep up to level 2 fast. Sometimes you can try to be cheeky. The Keeper nowadays is over at the green camp, so you can try to use the footy to kill one of the creeps. If you manage to get the last hit, it's huge. But if there's a trapper there, you might get ensnared, so it's a bit iffy. Again, the big question is Sok gonna fast expand here or not? If this was Chimiko, I would say 99.9% he is gonna expand. But with Sok, you don't know exactly.
In case you haven't followed Warcraft too much this year, Colorful is on the path to become one of the best Chinese player in the entire scene. Second place at DreamHack Summer, second place at Next Spring. Those were the big tournaments so far, where he was successful. And he's just on the verge to become a top tier player. Everybody mentions him when it comes to the favorite of this tournament. Just, yeah, his WGL history, not the greatest, except the one tournament where Moon won, where it was the keeper patch. It was his only playoff participation in 9 attempts, so this time should certainly look a little different.
Starting items, what are we gonna have? Ring plus gauntlets, very bad early game items for Sock. For the MK, should he go MK, it's great, but MK then again, not too likely nowadays. Whereas Colorful has 2 bonus damage items, that's a very good start for him. And creeping up, continuing to do so at the Spider Crab, getting a bit more experience there, getting the Tome, and inching his way forward to level 3. Oh, Ensnare flies on the Archer, that could be an Archer kill, perhaps. But actually, Sock rather wants to go for the creeps. We'll get one of them. Waiting for nighttime. But Entangle now, gonna threaten these footmen.
Oh yeah, not the super dangerous level 2, but the lockdown is certainly enough thanks to the clause of attack. But if I'm not mistaken, that was a deny. And it absolutely was. So, not inching closer to level 3 Colorful, taking a little bath here, healing up the archers. Wisp is coming in for the detonate as well, and Sock is still tier 1. That can only mean one thing. An expansion down the road.
Yeah, should be coming in a moment. He's going for the dust early to have reveal against the archers and a super early telestaff. Before the expansion even. Alrighty. None of these footmen are very hurt already. Oh, and he aggroes the creeps! Triggering the purge on one of the water elementals. And that could be quite some damage here onto these peasants. If you expand this late, with so many peasants called, you really don't want to have to go for a second attempt. This is supposed to work the first time. Keeper's getting pressured by these footies, very low HP. He's gonna have to fall back here.
Keeper looking dire, coming in with a body block. 15 HP left. But Colorful does survive here, and that was tons of damage. Treants and Archers still around for some last hits.
That's a huge expansion delay here. Colorful starting off with a good early game. This Expo not quite as clean as Sock would have liked it, as Chimika was able to show us in the past. But it was good experience. Oh, nice deny on the Archer. That prevents AM level 3 for a little while. But of course he's going to get it soon once the natural is finally cleared out. Only the big Overseer remaining now. Then we're going to have the Expo coming. But we are 5 minutes pretty much into the game already. So this is not super fast of an expansion.
No, not at all. And it's cool to see that Colorful in the past half year became so much more stable. There were these fluke wins in the past, but on the other side there were also matches that he clearly shouldn't lose, but for some reason he did. That's just not happening anymore. If you want to beat Colorful, you need to bring your A+ game these days. If this guy rarely does mistakes anymore.
He's coming in for the follow-up harass. The panda from the tavern. He knows how exposed these peasants are gonna be. And he can just kill this expansion. He can just right-click it down, especially with Breath of Fire and Treants. That should be easily enough doable. Archers are not involved in this, but they are not needed. And it's another delay of the expansion. But at least Sock has good resource count still left, so he can set it up right away again.
Panda also very hurt. Should not be part of this fight anymore. Sacrifices the Treants for more damage, gets 1 kill, gets 2 kills as the little birdies are flying here. Probably a tripler. Remo, this is a disaster for Sock.
Yeah, this looks horrible. This looks absolutely horrible. But what wasn't touched for a long time was his footman count. If he moves across the map with like 8 footies and defend... Oh my god, he attacked his own tower, I think, with the water elemental. That tower took tons of damage. I think that may have been a misclick. Pretty sure it was. Those treants don't do that much damage.
Nope. And now...
Oh.
Sock didn't accomplish anything in the past 2 minutes.
Super rough early game. Colorful looking amazing here on map number 1. Drides will be coming in soon, and his tier 3 might be started any second now as well. Yeah, tier 3 is started already. For these scouting things out, there is a telestaff on the AM. Is he gonna visit the rest of the army up here? No, he won't. And that kill, by the way, gives Keeper level 3 as well.
We've seen a lot of unbelievable comebacks in this tournament already in just 1.5 days. This would probably be one of the biggest ones. I mean, Sock was on the receiving end of one of these comebacks against LGG, but... He needs a miracle at this point.
Yeah, so much of this came down to that Wisp going for the wake up of the creeps and leading to that purge on the Watch Elemental and then the expansion being delayed, and it's a negative spiral.
The spiral going downward.
For Colorful.
Yep,
For Sock rather.
For Sock.
But I think his Lumber was looking okay, so the tier 2 is started. But Colorful is reaching tier 3 any second now.
Oh,
he
yeah.
is tier 3 already.
Oh yeah. And it's time for the orb. He got that one as well. Time for bears. The next push will be gruesome. Like, this master training is so fast. Blink once and you missed it. It's upgrading.
The Watch Elementals not looking too impressive. Before there's a bonish, you can just entangle them, deal with them that way. And of course the Footmen will be suffering hard here as well. They don't have defend yet either, which means they are just free experience.
Yep. That Panda level 2 now. Archmage still the only hero for Sock. Who's still fighting, of course. He knows how important this game is to him. If he takes one map already, that would be decent. But this is his map. Like, this is supposed to be a win for him. And it starts like this. I don't want to imagine how Last Refuge is going to get.
Yeah, not a promising start for Sock by any means. Last Refuge, are we going to see a Beastmaster there? Well, it's going to be a story for later. For now, we see the Panda continuing to creep. Is going to get almost level 3 from this camp, I think it should be. As the AM is finally healing up, but it's a laughable army for Sock. He's going to have to wait a long time until he finally has a powerful force again. He's going to need a lot of rifles, second hero, casters. It's going to take forever to build up. And it's a ton of time for Colorful to creep up more, get stronger. He is at 50 supply already. And could look for a counter expansion right now.
Oh yeah. Or just level up to 3, get the bears and crush. If he has little time, you know, then maybe.
It is a bit dangerous though, depending on how many towers there are. There's 2 arcanes at the expo, so it's very hard for the Panda to engage. The Panda, who is not quite level 3 yet, he's so close. Needs 1 or 2 more kills to get there. Repair on the shop, and the bears getting burned is also kind of valuable. Breath of Fire comes in, sprinkling these peasants, but it's only level 1 breath. And Sock is pushing across the map, taking out the shop. Both shops dying on both sides, but that means now the towers are exposed at the human expansion.
And that also means no breakers at the beginning of tier 2, so how do you deal with the rejuve? How do you deal with the roar? Breath of Fire, level 2 now, steps up the game a little bit. And the bears is plowing through this for now. Archmage with a TP after the bear defend this at home as well. Bears just all over the place.
Abolish magic, apparently not ready yet. Sock needs militia from the main desperately. But they might just die if they come in.
Yeah.
Panda as well for Sock. He needs something right now to deal with this attack. Breath of Fire. But only level 1, obviously.
Yeah, and that is game, everybody. Smooth sailing again for Colorful. He directs this ship in this tournament really, really, really well. Just no mistakes. Again.
How different a game can look, you know. This matchup, this map was just played a couple of days ago in the TED Cup between Colorful and Chimiko, where Chimiko had a perfect early game and destroyed Colorful, honestly. Sock making a few errors here. That Watch Elemental Purge maybe could have crept the expansion a bit better. Maybe he should have looked for that Wisp a little bit better. When you delay the expansion as much as we saw there, maybe you should have prioritized taking out that Wisp so that faux pas doesn't occur. But all the props to Colorful. He played that really, really well. Taking the opponent's map, going now onto Last Refuge. His map choice could very well be a 2-0, resulting in a 4-0 in total for Colorful, and that would be Sock in real trouble.
Exactly. Colorful were the very, very few players who didn't drop a single map yet. Guess the other is 15 Sway.
And Focus, yeah, true.
And Focus, absolutely. Wow. Did not expect any of the results. Well, this one may be one of the most predictable one, with the one coming up next, which is Lin versus PCG. Sock, man. Not his tournament so far.
Yeah, in the game against Linguagua, he had an opportunity perhaps to win that second map. It looked really good for him on map 1. It looked really good for long parts for him on map 2. And then being over-aggressive, that is something he may come to regret. Really good Wisp usage. Coming in with the crucial detonates. And the Wisps here not dealt with well enough. The Keeper almost going down, but not quite. So much attention forced on the Keeper, which means the Peasant had to retreat. Expo just so damn late. And here, I don't know if we're going to see it, but he attacked his own Arcane Tower. I think with the...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there you see it.
Oh,
there you see it.
Oh, God. Instead of taking care of the Treants, he destroys what's the best against Treants. Mistakes that don't happen to a Sock in tip-top shape. Not at all.
Fast bear timing for Colorful with strong heroes rushing tier 3 off of one base. He plays Night Elf very much unlike most other Night Elves. He's very micro-focused, timing-focused, and very predictable in his playstyle. He kind of plays Night Elf like Undead is usually played. And that is working out very well for him recently. He has been looking super strong. 1 or 2 weeks before this tournament, in TED Cup among others, Colorful's results weren't that amazing, but that was just a little speck in the rest of his achievements this year, which have mostly looked really, really good. And rightly so, he was mentioned by many players as being one of the big favorites here for this tournament.
And he shows why. Just super solid, but okay. Next one, Colorful's map now, last Refuge. Is it time for the Beastmaster game?
I'm curious about this one. Colorful is definitely much better with the Keeper and a Demon Hunter, but he can't play Demon Hunter. But Beastmaster is so strong on this map. It is his map choice. Moon is the most dangerous with the Beastmaster on LR. We'll see if Colorful is going to choose that here as well. We're going to find out early, Neo. And indeed, we see no Altar and an Ancient of War over at the Merc. We're going to have a Beastmaster here.
Absolutely fascinating how last time at WGL and also in the DreamHack Regionals, we all looked at Sock. If you wanted to get inspired for human play, Sock was your guy. But now, half a year or quarter of a year later, things look very, very different. And he's basically facing elimination if that is not the map to take here.
Yeah, Sock needs this win. What's his prediction gonna be? Is he gonna anticipate this Beastmaster? Is he gonna go for a Merc camp early? That would probably be the best way to go. There's also, honestly, not too much risk involved with going for a Merc camp here early. The Keeper is never gonna harass you on level 1 right away if it is a Keeper, and a Demon Hunter shouldn't do it either. And those heroes on level 1 right away when you have a Shadow Priest shouldn't be that scary anyway, so a Merc camp creep here to start off the game should always be a safe play, which should reward him quite well. Of course, Colorful is going to get the Merc camp as well at the beginning, and both going to get a big item. These items can make quite the difference. On map 1, to be fair, Colorful was heavily favored with Slippers and Claws, whereas for Sock we had only Ring and Slippers.
Yeah, not all about items though. If he takes care with that of that Wisp a little better, then this entire early game looks different. But yeah, very, very important drops here can make or break a game. So here's the pull. Colorful comes in. Is he able to steal the Shadow Priest?
Oh my god!
Close, 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 close. And yeah, there we go.
He gets it.
That's so
Needs
big.
to surround the Shadow Priest. He needs to kill it right away. But the Watch Elemental was destroyed.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness. And the Detonate connects with a second Watch Elemental.
Oh boy! There's no Watch Elemental to creep this spot. This will take forever. And Colorful, he's not going for his own creep spot. He's just going for the throat. He's going for more damage. Bloodthirsty Colorful.
Oh my god. Peasants hurt already. The Beastmaster comes in trying to steal the item.
Don't tell me he gets the last hit.
It's game.
Oh.
Item to the Beastmaster, but level 2 at least for Sock.
Oh,
but peasants are now going down. We have the Devotion aura on the Night Elf.
So
what
good.
a sick counterplay by Colorful.
Wow. Rushing north, causing trouble. Just this Wisp alone again, right? Getting that Shadow Priest. Of course it died early on and fed a little experience, but how do you deal with the bear now?
Oh, he summons the bear inside!
Oh!
And it's gonna be at least one more peasant going down. Maybe even a second one. Cancels the farm, takes out that peasant as well. Wow.
Unbelievable
What
play.
a play by Colorful.
Okay. We might need eat our words here. Because we said, oh, it's what he does is super standard and just no flaws. And what he does is super solid. That was not to be expected. And that was brutal.
Wow. Sick performance by the Night Elf.
For once you were
Where
right.
do we go from here?
For once you were right that Colorful is becoming a very, very good player after your predictions with Ice Orc and all the others.
Ice Orc, he's got what it takes, bro, believe me.
Yeah.
He just needs to practice.
Yeah, 2050 he can make it top 16 maybe.
Easy.
Also the Devotion Aura catch is so big. Like,
Yeah.
who doesn't like to have more armor?
And roll the Magi, that's not bad at all. You go back to the main, you drop that thing on the ground, and you get a way more efficient Moonwell healing.
Jeez. And again, like with a start like this, how do you even try to get back?
Wow. And yeah, you know what? I can definitely understand that Colorful picks this map. I can see it. I can absolutely see it. I wonder if there's a counter to this Wisp pull, to this, Wisp in position. Like, you can, of course, decide not to go for the Merc camp creep, but then the Beastmaster is going to get the Merc and you're not going to, which is also horrible.
Yeah. If you go straight up for the expansion, the Beastmaster can go for his own Merc and then pressure. And you don't have any Dispel, which is also horrible. Like, stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Quillbeast level 2 here. No Bash Bear yet. As we don't have Defend yet, that should be pretty effective as well. These Quillbeasts do have really good damage. As long as the Footmen don't have the upgrade yet. It's a lot about Dispels right now. Who's gonna micro their Shadow Priest better? You want to use the Dispel, but you also need to be careful with the movement because, of course, they're super squishy. Only 240 hit points. So far, good micro by both. Not too much going down yet.
Yeah, everything safe to the sides. Shadow Meld used. Berserkers not getting the kill, but maybe now on the right-hand side. Naga for Colorful.
Oh my god. That's Naga out before the expo is finished.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. He could even give over the robe for more damage as the Beastmaster is now out of mana himself.
Claws as well.
Yeah. These items for Colorful definitely not bad this series. And Sock in a lot of trouble. Calls Militia from the main. That might not slow down the tier 2. He has good lumber actually. And the Militia are good at this early stage. So Colorful gonna fall back a little. But he's still finding pickoffs here and there.
Yeah, with the Naga, kiting is of course very, very nice. Another round of Militia means that tech's gonna be delayed for Sokka as well. Okay, I guess the Colorful needs to heal up. It's not the end of the series yet. But Colorful is just getting further and further ahead.
Yeah, Quillbeast at the expansion was able to cancel the Arcane, which is really painful.
And there's
We
no
have two
shop.
Shadow Priests now.
Yeah.
No shop. Yeah, the AM is hurt already. And tier 3 already started. Oh, Jesus.
Expo is coming up at the same time. More pressure. No space for Sok to unfold. Thank you, Mr. Cameraman, for giving us vision of this fight. Archmage hurt. No mana. 2 Footmen hurt. New Militia. This is a 10-minute tech, isn't it?
Beastmaster in the back, trying to cancel the tower again, but this time it should come up. Costs, however, a lot of repair, and it's still not upgrading into that Arcane. Archmage getting slowed down by the Cold Arrow. This might be a TP forced if the Naga can stay in range, but good movement.
Muddy.
Sok evades that one.
Muddy coming in for Sok, though. Otherwise, it would have been another disaster. This Naga's already level 2. Fear the Fork Lightning, Mr. Archmage. Oh, she's hunting. Frost Arrow, follow up. Nah, just gets Muddy, okay.
Oh my god. Super tough game for Sok. He's under so much pressure. Trying everything to stay in this game. Still hasn't teched yet. Again, it's gonna be an outrageous tech difference.
We will see Master Bear soon. Like very soon.
Yeah, very soon. And there's not even any kind of tier 2 tech in sight for the human. Fog Lightning, right clicks AM. Ooh, 20 HP. Barely gets away.
Okay, with the Mercs now, a little safety, but only for so long. Expo running. Oh, Bear, can he reach? Not really, that's a little bit of healing. Yeah, a little bit of time for Sock to stabilize.
Seems like Sock is gonna lose 3 out of his first 4 maps. This group stage might be the end for him. If we do go there, Beastmaster now gets 4, finally gonna have the Bash Bear, but never really has the mana to actually summon the bears. All about the Quill Beasts here in the mid game. The Berserker now getting slowed down. We have the Dryads out first, and this Berserker gives a lot of experience.
Just feels like whatever colorful is touching this tournament turns into gold. Like everything works out. Like it also against Soin yesterday. That wasn't close at all.
Naga's almost level 3 already. This Naga hasn't touched a single green camp yet, and that is GG. Wow. That was an absolute shellacking. Sock getting destroyed by Colorful. This wasn't even close. I was hoping this was going to be a close and epic series, but Colorful says no. Showing perfect play and very aggressive play at times as well, leaving Sock no chance.
Disgustingly good performance by Colorful, who cements himself as one of the top favorites. He has no WGL final to his chest, and maybe I'm speaking a little too early, but this will now, with 6 points after 2 games and not a single map dropped, his second playoff participation in WGL history. He tried 9 times, this is his 10th time, and finally he can make that step forward as he was eliminated last place in winter. What a step up, man. This is just bonkers.
And this means it's not looking bad for Linguagua. He is now at 1 draw. Sock also has 1 draw, but also a loss. If Linguagua in the next game against Sohin takes the win 2-0, he might be making it through.
Yep. Soin must win against Sock, then Sock must win against Soin. 2 former roommates fighting for survival, but yeah, ball is in the hands of Linguagua, I guess. He still has to face Colorful. This is also going to be a super interesting group with that constellation here.
Yeah. Could be a tie between Sock and Linguagua in the end, which would lead to a tiebreaker in that case. So, lots of things still possible, but Colorful, he's... Wait, is he through guaranteed? Pretty much.
Yeah, I think so. It's very, very safe to say. He needs to lose against Linguagua. But who can catch up? Soin can get at max 6 points.
Yeah, he's through. He's through.
Yeah, right. Okay. And Soin has to play Linguagua, so they're stealing points from each other. Wow, first player in the playoffs without a single map drop. That's impressive.
Absolutely. Colorful. At the perfect time here, hitting his peak in 2 different matchups as well, showing that he is very much on top of the meta against Soin and now against Sock. We're going to see him again against Orc in this group, and we're going to see him in the playoffs as well on Saturday.
He has a long kind of break now. I mean, he has to show up at one of the 2 days. But he can take things a little lighter, which might also be very good for Linguagua if Colorful doesn't take things 1000% seriously. Dude, my man LGG. He's getting there. Dude, that would be quite the Back to Warcraft group, right? It's also Group B. 2 players at advance. And if it's Colorful and Linguagua, man, wouldn't that be a beauty?
Could absolutely be. Could absolutely be. But Sock, he showed that he can be really good against Orc. So if he beats Soin and Linguagua has done the right score in the end, it could be a tiebreaker, as I said.
Yeah. We will get a Colorful interview, apparently. Wong is already here to help us translating this. Just a matter of time until we set this up, or the Chinese production sets it up, I guess. Mr. Boyce over there.
And if they ask him, how did you win this game? Perhaps again, he's going to bring the famous line. It's called micro, bro.
And there we go, off to the stage in Shanghai.
Hello， 欢迎来到赛后采访环节，我是主持人小袁。那么在刚刚的比赛当中，我们的四皇用自己的实力，用大家的这个给大家带来了一场教科书级别的暗夜如何对阵到人族的比赛。那么接下来我们要连线一下我们的 Colorful。Hello， 彩色你好，和大家一起来打个招呼。
大家好，我是彩色。
好，那么彩色刚刚也是说了，今天已经是第三场。
So this is the third Night of Human match today. How do you feel in this match and this matchup? It seemed really easy for you.
拿下比赛的。
其实可能是我觉得我准备比较充分吧，因为我之前和毛黄练习的话，练习的很多，但是在练习当中，其实是我输的多，赢的少的。然后我在昨天的话和 Infi 还有15岁都练习了很多盘，而且也跟他们讨论了一下吧，他们给我支了不少招，在今天看起来效果很不错。
对，首先要感谢各路这个人族大。
I practiced this a lot. I practiced so much with Sock, and in practice I'm losing more maps. I also practiced with Infi, TH, 15 Sway. They gave me a good idea about this matchup. So our presenter confirms that you're the first player in the quarterfinals. Your comment on that?
8强吧，希望接下来的比赛能够更进一步。
那这个我们看到在你们组
I'm very happy. Hope I can go further.
那你觉得能够和你并肩出现的选手是谁呢？
其实本来我是比较看好毛黄的，不过因为毛黄现在1平1负嘛，他现在可能就他
要加把力。
对，我觉得3个人现在出现的概率可能都差不多。
是的，对啊，不敢随意的给奶哈。那其实我们看到现在的话，我们这个 Colorful 的头像就是。
What do you think in your group? Who is the second player to advance after you? He said, I thought it's Sock, but he's in a very, very bad position now. I think they're all similar, so it's hard to say.
需要化妆师啊。
是。你觉得怎么样嘛？
这个头像还是。
Well, Colorful, you're the demon hunter in the avatar. Do you like it? Would you want this to be your cosplay?
但是我觉得还是挺帅的。
是，今天也给你的比赛增加了很多的 buff 加持啊。好，再次感谢彩色，来彩色和大家一起来说拜拜。
好，大家再见啊，大家拜拜。
好的，那我们结束。
They seem to be in a good mood here. We're still waiting for the answer from no. Of course not. That would require someone to do the makeup for me. But my wife said the avatar doesn't look like me. All right, waifu always right. That means we're through with 2/3 of the day. Our next match is Lin versus PCG. Lin not with the greatest start, same goes for PCG. So who's staying in the run for the playoffs in Group C alongside Hawk and Chemico? Big match for Lin if he wants to win this group. We are right back after a little break.